Really fill up your belly while you're inhaling. Pull that energy in. Okay, guys, let's go sit on the beach. Just sitting in the sand, looking out at the ocean. What time of day is it? Pay attention. Is the sun rising? Is the sun setting? Where are your guides leading you? Just sit in the sand. We're just listening to that water, that beautiful ocean. Watching the tides as they come in and go out. What's the weather like? Do you have a sweater on? Are you in just a tank top and a t-shirt? Just take a look around. How are you feeling? It's just you. There may be people out there. Pay attention to that. Your guides may have placed someone next to you. Pay attention to that. Just like the ocean, life is in tides, in and out, coming and going, highs and lows, dry, wet, calm and rough. The ocean's mood is shifted by the moon's light. We are 70% water inside of our bodies. What do you think happens to us with the moon's energy? Do you hear how peaceful it is, though? How calm that water is. Melodically and rhythmically doing her thing. We learn when it's high tide to go in, to rest, to wait. Things are a little rough right now. On the low tides, it's gentle, it's calm. You can go out, swim, wash away all of our stuff without fear of her washing us away. Life is the same way. It's just tides going in and out. When we learn our cycles, when we learn how our moods change, when we learn to ground ourselves, we sit. We are calm. We are peaceful. We are in control. We can see the beauty in everything that comes to us. We can appreciate and have gratitude for everything that comes to us. We become stronger swimmers, and we can help others when the water gets too rough. We also know when to tell people to retreat. We know we are the intuitive ones. Our intuition is strong. Our knowing is beyond the third dimension. We are connected to Mother Earth in a way that others are not. We take this time to connect with our guides, our ancestors, everyone of the highest vibration, to show us the light, to help us be the light. And we are the light. Rough waters are coming for everyone, the collective as a whole. This is a warning, not to scare anyone, but to strengthen us who hold the light. Things are shifting, and we are in the age of Aquarius. This is a time where people understand that rough times does not mean the end of times. Rough times and waters are giving us an opportunity to grow and learn and shift. And now we are going to help those who are going to be shifting exponentially in the next few years. We are the ones that are going to help lead the others through this age of Aquarius. The ocean goddess is with us now. See her coming out of the water with her white robe, her dark, dark raven hair, her crystal blue eyes. She is acknowledging us. She is grateful for us. She is with us. She is helping us with the tides. The rough waters that are coming will not knock us down. The rough waters that are coming are going to help others shift. The rough waters that are coming it's what's going to help us step up into our next level. Embrace the light you hold inside. Pick up your golden armor to fight the dark that is coming. Continue to be the badass female warriors that we are. Every single person on this meditation has been through hell and back. We have all been through experiences that would have crushed people like a rock and an ant. We held that rock and we pushed it off of us. She is acknowledging this now. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now we're going to sit in silence as we sit in the ocean, asking our guides, our ancestors, our Sun and Masters of the highest vibration, is there anything that you would like us to know? Please show us now. You can open your eyes whenever you're ready.
LOL, what are you eating?
You're cracking me up, Kim.
I'm licking my spoon for my coffee because of what I saw after when we were sitting in silence. I'm like, oh,
Oh,
uh-oh.
what did you see? I have to tell you what I saw too.
So it's really not an uh-oh, like not out of fear, but I was like, I was sitting on the beach and I got up and I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm going. And then my higher self was like, where the fuck are you going? Sit back down. We're not done. And I was like, oh, okay. So I sat down and she held my hand, and all of a sudden I multiplied and I looked to the left and it was like all these people on the beach. I looked to my right, all the people on the beach, and it was me. Then it turned into you guys, and then it turned into a bunch of strangers, and we held hands and we took like 1, 2, 3, about to go into the ocean. And we all flipped around, walking out, like going out to like just go protect everybody. And I heard, I hope you guys are ready. So then Yamaya, I always say her name wrong. The ocean god. It's not Yamaya. It's Y something. She's gonna be pissed. Because that's the second time I've mispronounced it. But she went into the ocean and it split open. And she was like, come on, come on. I got a little cave. And I was like, but I want to take the girls. I was like, can we do this tomorrow? I was like, I'm gonna take them into the cave with me. And then she stopped and I just saw all the ocean animals, and all she said was, we are all going to rise. So she was showing me like animals, like ocean animals that we've never seen are coming. And then she pointed out the UFOs. She was like, I don't watch the news, but I guess they had shot down a UFO. And if you guys have been following me for a while, I don't know, Melinda, but 2 years ago, I was told that the government is going to use aliens to scare people next. Like after COVID, that they were going to use aliens. So all this stuff that happened in Ohio, that train blowing up and the chemicals. So people are thinking, they're like, now they're saying that a UFO blew it. So they're trying to distract people. But that's what the media has been doing for years. People just don't realize it. Something's going on over here. They put a new sensational news story over here. So you look over here while they're covering this shit up. I mean, it's been going on for centuries, right? So the Bible being the best one. But let me shut up. So anyway, that UFOs, now they're saying UFOs are coming. So that's why she was pointing out all these scare tactics that they're going to use to scare everybody. UFOs, da, da, da. It's going to be us that's going to be like, listen, Barry the alien does not want to probe your ass. So just calm down, Karen. It's okay. Like, there's going to be a lot of people freaking out. I shouldn't joke about it. I'm just trying to make things light, but they're calling on us, guys. All of you here, they said it. They were like, and specifically the ones that are on the live. I'm not anybody listening to the playback. My apologies. My guides were specifically talking about the 10 people who are on this live now. The things that we have been through, literally, if you think about it, would have crushed other people, crushed them. Not only did our little ant body hold that boulder up while it was trying to crush us for a long time, the strength that it took after being tired to lift that boulder up off of us and throw it away and say, no, not this life. We're not doing that. It's the age of Aquarius. Light workers are stepping up. We are being called to help others, and not in a way that hurts us. Yeah, Jean, think about it. And not in a way that hurts us, because we're done doing that. We're done serving others while draining our energy. That's not what they're saying. We're grounded. We're finding our grounding. The ocean, the waves, it's tides. But when those tides come in and you're able to sit there and enjoy it and not be knocked down those waves, that's why we're being called, because there's going to be a lot of stuff going on, guys. So we're all just going to stay calm. Thank God we've already been doing this. We're going to stay in our space and we're going to just spit that light out to other people. But Karina, what did you see?
Wow, that was amazing. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing all of that. I got totally lost in all of what you said. It was so beautiful. Um, First of all, I'm honored to be a light worker. And then second of all, like I saw, well, I heard my guide saying, you are the light. And allow those who love your light to rally around you, because your light was out for a little bit and it was dim, and they, like, all the people that like just see me shine and I help give them hope and love, they like rallied around me, and for me to accept that love. And also they
Mhm.
showed me like Christmas lights, tons and tons and tons of Christmas lights, and like a string of them. And they kept saying, we're all connected. And if one goes out, they all go out.
Oh,
So
that's
we,
so crazy because I saw us holding hands and that was the message. Like we're all
yes,
connected. We're in this together. So that's
yes,
crazy.
yes, yes. So it was the whole point, obviously, was we are all together. We have to continue to lift each other up as we work and give light to others.
Yes. Yes. Jean's, oh wait, Melinda says I look different now. I bet we all do. Yes, we are all lighthouses. That's the lights, and that's so true. When one goes out, that's why it's like we're all connected. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that one light, we have to be like, all right, well, we'll shine for you. Here's the other thing I wanted to tell you guys. Glitches in your matrix. I am so fucking giddy about this shit. I have 3 really good stories, which I've been trying to get on video to like share because they're just so fucking like when I tell you mind blowing, there's going to be glitches in your matrices, guys. So energy, right? It builds. The COVID, everybody was fearful. That built and built and built. It is 2023. There are still people walking around with masks. Okay, I just wanted to point this out. 3 years after this pandemic, I still see people come into my store, which is fine. I get it. Like if there's, and I'm not thinking they're paranoid. I'm thinking they could be sick. What if they have cancer? What if, you know what I mean? I'd want to protect myself out in the mall. And hey, but it blows my mind that there are still some people wearing masks out in public in 2023, right? 3 years later. Now it's the age of Aquarius. Now we're shifting into love. Now we're going to tell people, no, we don't have to be scared. Life is beautiful. This is all great. This is teaching you the tides. Do you know what I mean? How can you enjoy the low tides if you don't know it can't be low tides all the time. Got to know what high tides feel like. But there's glitches in Matrix because people are now believing in the magic. So now more people are believing in the magic. So now more magic is happening. And I am like fucking giddy about it. Like people are like, I had a pair of contacts. When that thing with Liam, I don't know if I told you guys, I had a contact knocked out. So for 4 hours, I was sitting there blind, dumbfounded, trying to figure out what the hell was going on, how to drive home like this. Took 6 pairs of new contacts. The next day, there was a pair sitting in there. Guys, that's this big, this space where I held my contacts. I looked, there was not a pair there that day, but I'll be damned if there was a pair there the next day that I did not put there. Conversation with, I mean, just all kinds of shit happening. So just if it starts happening to you guys, because it will, embrace it. It's so cool. Write it down, share it. I think it's fucking amazing. Like I can't describe it. Like
And the gatherings, like there's so many more gatherings now. So we're getting stronger. And I think that when you come into a space like this, and like the cacao ceremony on Sunday, where you have a huge community of women or men or whoever, just all like minded and speaking in that higher dimension of love and light,
I
we're getting just so powerful that there are going to be glitches.
I need to get Bruce and some more men on here. That's what we need to do. We need to
I
start.
want Garrett on here.
I'm
Get his
begging, but
guts
the
on
problem
here.
is Garrett. Well, I've asked Garrett, but he's 3 hours behind us. So that's
Oh,
asking him to get up at 3 a.m. Trust me, I did ask him.
yeah.
I told you guys, and he was like, well, so the next time he posts one of his night ones, I'll actually post it in our group. So that way
Oh,
everybody
good.
can see it. Because not everybody's in the groups that we're in. So that way I'll post the links on there so you guys can like see them. But oh, like just really quickly though, too, like Amara, where I do readings, I appeared on her schedule to teach yoga a couple Fridays ago. Okay. I don't know if I told you guys this. I go, I don't even know how to use your system. How would I even enter myself? And not only that, I don't teach yoga. And not only do I not teach yoga, I don't even know how to fucking do yoga. And you guys know that I've been struggling to like, like how to do yoga. So that was another glitch. So Amanda, she messaged me. She goes, did you put yourself in to teach yoga on Friday? I go, I'm not even a yoga instructor. Like, Why would I do that? And I don't even know how to do that, even if I did. So a glitch in my matrix. Kim is a yoga instructor at Amara Pittsburgh in another dimension. That's why I showed up in this dimension on Amara's schedule as a fucking yoga instructor. How fucking cool is that? I'm a fucking yoga instructor in another dimension somewhere. I hope she's fucking great. She probably is. Who fucking knows? But shit like that is going to start happening. And so you guys, when it does, I'm telling you, don't be like, oh my God, be like, oh my God, this is the glitches that Kim was talking about. They're
Mhm.
popping up everywhere.
Mhm.
I am so giddy about it. So just embrace all the magic that's coming our way because the witches are back. This is our fucking time to shine. We've been
Mhm.
waiting for this century for a long time, where we don't have to be scared, where we can speak our truth, where we're not going to be murdered or jailed or called crazy or put into a mental hospital or have our family, do you know what I mean? Like make us feel like we're the black sheep. We're the fucking sparkly unicorns in 2023. There's no more black sheep. That term is
Yes.
old and gone and dead. We are not the black sheep. We're the motherfucking sparkly unicorns. Our lights are just so fucking bright, which is why you are uncomfortable around us. Bright light, I get it. Here's some sunglasses for 2023. You're gonna need them. Sunshine. Hold on, put your seatbelt on. We got you. Jump on my unicorn. Let's go. I fucking fart rainbows all over the world. 2 8-year-olds that do the meditations and crystal work. Yes, Wom. Yeah. Happening to you and your daughters. Yeah. Things are gonna be
Literally, they've been coming to me and like, oh my God, guess what happened? And I'm looking at them like, there's no way that could happen. And I'm thinking to myself, I can't say that because there's things that I thought that could never happen and that are happening. And like you said, it's the Matrix. Like you went in there for the contact that one day and then the next day it was there. That's happened to me. I'm like, what is going on? And I thought I was losing my marbles, but then I'm like, and I kept seeing stuff on TikTok about the Matrix. I'm like, is this my sign you're telling me like something's going on? The funkaliciousness in this world?
it is. And I
And
love it.
I literally, yeah, it's the Matrix, Kim. You're dead on. I was like, oh my God, maybe
Yeah.
she's telling me this because they know that I don't like, I'm not skeptical, but it's like, it makes me nervous to think of different, it's just
Why
like,
would you not think you're crazy that a pair of contacts that you looked for, that you looked for in a space
right, that
this
you
big,
look for.
that only I'm gonna send you a picture of the space, you guys, and show you. And I also know when I search in panic, you don't find things. So when I tell you, I slowly and meticulously check this space. There were no contacts there because I would not have driven home like this. It was not okay. I'm blind. And then the contacts were there. I'm not fucking crazy.
Right.
I'm not crazy. I know that those contacts appeared out of no fucking where. Oh, because here's the part, guys. The contacts that were there, I had used them. I forgot that part. I had used them. So I already knew when I went to look for them that they weren't going to be there. That was the part that I missed because I already used them. I went to work and I had dirty contacts in and I'm worried about scratching my eyes. Dirt gets on them, right? So I took them out. I put my spare pair in. So I looked for them knowing that I had used that pair already, but I was being hopeful. Nothing. Then the next fucking day when I went to go put new ones that I brought from home, then there's a pair sitting there. The fuck? I'm not crazy. I
No, you're
know
not.
1000% there was not a pair there because I had used the pair that I had put there.
No, you're not crazy.
But
And
the pair that I had
no.
already used reappeared.
Maybe it's
See?
the fairy in your house that takes the socks,
Oh
It
yeah.
is. I'm
because
convinced.
I
That's a
was
thing.
thinking the same thing.
Mhm.
I seen a video and they said that there's magical fairies that if you are one of the light healer workers and things like that, they come to you and then they don't bother you or anything, but they'll take the stuff that you enjoy or use every day and then they'll just take it. Like they're just taking it for fun, like letting you know, like, hey, I'm here. I'm taking these because I enjoy it. Like my pillows go missing. Pillows. How does one walk away with a pillow? It's so big. I'm just
Wow.
yeah,
Oh my
and then I
gosh.
don't like
That's
I was doing a
amazing.
lot of research on it and they're like if you're angry about them taking the things then like it shifts, the energy of the mood shifts. They're not playing hide and seek with you. They're like gonna just like,
Fuck with
mess
you.
with your stuff now.
Yeah.
But yeah, my pillows go missing.
Mm,
And those are big pillows. So there's like
that's
mm,
amazing.
makes
That's
you wonder,
hilarious.
it's just like
Yes.
Yeah. But that's why they also wanted me to like point that out to you guys, because we know that magic is real. So of course it's gonna happen to us more than other people. Do you know what I
Right.
mean? Like
Mhm.
it's fucking crazy. I
It
love it. That's why I
is.
said
It
when I'm
is.
giddy about it, I was like, I called Todd right away. I was like, no fucking way, dude, there's contacts in here. I use these contacts. I used them. They weren't here. I was searching because I was just searching to be hopeful, but I was searching knowing that they weren't there. And then they fucking appeared. I was like, oh my God. Oh my
Mm.
God. I said, okay, now I just need money to rain. Is there a dimension where money just rains on me? Shift that dimension over here. But yeah, guys, the dimension. So here's the thing: humans can see up to 12 dimensions. That's how there's like infinite dimensions. We can see as humans up to 12. So things are
Mm.
shifting now. All of us on this meditation, we without a doubt are receiving information. At least everybody who's on here is the 5th to 6th dimension, is about where
Yeah.
everybody's vibrating.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Karina, I think you and I are about the 7th or 8th or 9th. Do you know what I mean? A little bit higher. A couple of us are a little bit higher, but everybody is at least 5th or 6th dimension.
Mhm.
That's been coming to these meditations, which is huge. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? We're starting to see things and it's
Yeah.
shifting.
So when we're
So
in the 5th or 6th dimension, what does that mean? That's just,
that's when you're
you know,
seeing, like when you're seeing the energy. Like when
okay.
somebody pisses you off, right?
Mhm.
You don't get triggered because a 3rd dimension person is like, that person pissed me off. They're an asshole. And then they get pissed.
Mhm.
5th, 6th dimension is like, oh, that person's probably having a really bad day and they're
Mhm.
taking it out on me. That's when we level up like that. That's
Dang,
in
yeah,
a
that's
different
me.
dimension. We process things in a different dimension. We're not seeing them. We're seeing what is causing them to act like that to us. We see it from a higher.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yesterday, my spouse said something to me because we just moved in the house, obviously, and the lady she has metal handles for the freaking dresser drawers in the kitchen, and they're like sharp. They're just sharp. They're sharp. There's one dagger on one side, one dagger pointed on the other, and then there's one like coming like humping in the middle. I bent over yesterday putting stuff away, stabbed me right in the middle of the forehead. And if you can see my forehead right now, I have a huge goose egg right dab in the middle. I usually
Oh
would
my
have
God.
flipped out. I would have flipped out. I probably would have thrown all the chairs in my living room, said, F this house, I'm leaving. All this. He said to me, he goes, I bet you didn't even flinch. And I looked at him, I said, how did you know that? I said, I literally didn't even move. I said, it hit me right in the forehead and I just continued doing what I was doing. Didn't even rub it. I didn't even rub it because I was
I'm
like,
not there yet,
whatever.
Mom. Let me
Yeah,
tell-
and that was the most craziest thing because I'm telling you right now, I'm rubbing it. It hurt. And that was like I said, usually I would flip out like, what the hell is this doing here? Why would she even have this at her house? Why wouldn't her kids tell her it was tacky? Yeah, like, yep. And I literally just continued doing what I was doing. And I had a really good day yesterday. Nothing crazy happened.
That's
And I
good.
think it's when I shift my energies to the craziness, crazy things happen. And I'm starting to realize that. So I think that's what's making me balance into like, what is it? Not normal, but
That's what I was trying to say. The
Yeah.
when you and I first started working together, I'm like, I'm so fucking giddy right now because you were like, how, Kim? How do I shift? And I go, you just
Yeah.
make that choice. When something triggers you, you have that choice. And then when you make that choice to not freak out, then your body knows that vibration. Then your body starts to be like, no, we can do this. I'm laughing because now
Right.
if that would have happened to me, Wom, I would have been like, what did I do? Did I do something to someone?
Yeah.
Why did you do that to me? Like, seriously, guys?
Like
And
right
then I
in
had
your
to say
third
sorry.
eye.
Yeah, I blame it
And
on
I
them now
think it
right
was
away. I'm like,
because
what
I
the
was being
fuck?
mean. I was being grumpy the last 2 days. And they're like, you need to stop. And that was it. It made me
Like,
stop because
yeah.
I didn't even react. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I
No
get it.
more.
And it's so sad because they don't punish us. Do you know what I mean? Like,
No,
but
no,
the
but they'll
human
knock us
person,
on the side of the head to get our attention sometimes if we're
yeah,
not
but the
tuned in,
human
tapped in.
person, yeah.
I was just
Literally
thinking
walking around with a goose egg.
I've been thinking about how Neo, when he in the Matrix, when he gets out and he's weak and he realizes and he's like naked and he has to like get better and heal and learn all of his downloads. And then when he goes back without his ego, he's so fucking strong.
Yes.
And that's what I feel like we're doing.
I told you, people like us wrote those movies.
Yeah.
An intuitive person, when I try to tell you that the psychics and the intuitives and the light workers like us, they're everywhere, but they're real smart about how they put their messages. It's in
Oh,
the
yeah.
movie. They're telling us this is what you're living in. You're not, they're laughing at us. They're like, we're showing them, they're like, they think it's a fucking movie. You know what I mean? They're like, everything, all the Disney movies, everything they tried to teach us, but nobody gets it because they think it's a fairy tale. They think it's a movie. They don't realize that it's real. You know what I mean? And it's like, yes, it is. Yes, it is. I want to take a pic of us real quick. All right. Yeah, but I really love the ocean waves. And it's funny because I think that's why she came forward too. They were like, you need to have the ocean waves today. And I was like, okay. So I hope it, well, I know it did what it needed to do. So I love you, ladies.
Love you. Thank
I
you
love
so
you.
much.
And
This is
I
so
love
exciting.
you, ladies.
I'm just like, so
Yeah.
giddy. So now we have to share all of our glitch to the matrix stories in the messenger. See, the people are missing out. I'm like, you need to catch me in meditation so you know what the fuck we're talking about in the messenger. They'd be like, what? Oh yeah, Gene, my guides are laughing all the way. Dude, they laugh at me all the time. They're like, this girl, here she goes again. Yeah.
I think my
Oh, and
guys are laughing at me too. I just don't see them or hear them, but I'm pretty sure they are, right?
no, Melinda, you do. You just keep saying that. I don't see them. I don't hear them. Yes, you do.
You're blocking yourself,
You're
Melinda.
blocking yourself. Melinda, you are so intuitive. It cracks me up because you literally, it's like right here, and you're just like, I don't hear them. I don't see them. I don't know what you're talking about. Like,
Okay.
you're like, you refuse to like acknowledge this card that's like on your face. You're like, no, I don't see them. They're not there. What are you talking about? Meanwhile, they're like right here. You just have to stop saying that.
Okay.
Yeah, listen to what you're saying. Yeah, you really, and we talk about all the time, and you know it. Words are important. You're a fucking powerful witch. Start writing different spells.
hmm
I hear my guides, but maybe not in a way that everybody else does. Through nature, through your animals. You didn't get here. You didn't survive all those 60 some years without listening to your guides and your intuition. You'd be dead by now. I'm just being honest. How we come down with guides that say, don't do that. They do help us. Do you know what I mean? If you didn't have that, if you didn't listen to go left and right sometimes, Melinda, that was your intuition. That was your guides. That was your higher self.
Yeah, I acknowledge a knowingness that I have, that sentience or whatever they call it. What is that?
Yeah, clairsentience.
Clairsentience and knowingness, but I'm talking about talking, voices, like
But
direction that
it's
way.
not voice. Like, okay, so let me explain. When I hear things, I don't hear an actual voice. A word will pop up in my head. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So when I say I hear them, I don't hear an actual voice saying pumpkin. Sometimes, like when a person is like Jesse's grandma, she was like, yes, yes. Like sometimes, like they do. But when I'm in a reading, most of the time, what I'll hear is, I'll just hear it in my head. Like I don't hear it as an actual voice. It's more like a thought. Do you know what I mean? That doesn't have a voice. Like projecting. There's more going on. things like that. Do you know what I mean? And that's why I asked, I heard there's more going on. What does that mean? Do you know what I mean? Because that's what I said.
Mhm.
As an intuitive, it's just like puzzle pieces. And then you have to explain to me. And then sometimes it's clear, like when I'm reading the cards. I did a live. I told you this lady was asking if she should leave her husband. And I kept hearing, she's not innocent. She's not innocent. So I told her to message me outside of the live. Come to find out, she's already been looking at one of her old flames. Her marriage isn't going well, so she's thinking about an ex-boyfriend. And I was like, well, there it is. Fix this or don't fix it, but don't let this be the solution to this. That's why I kept hearing she's not innocent. She's not. They were telling me, so I don't know what that is. I just kept. They weren't showing me what or what. I just kept hearing she's not innocent. She's not. But it wasn't like an actual voice. I just hear the words, like a thought. So maybe if you think it like that, your thoughts,
Okay.
that's also like when you think something, oh, okay. Those are your guides. So it's not like an actual voice, if that helps. So sometimes
Mhm.
like when you're sitting there and you're talking to somebody and you hear, don't, da 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 da
Don't
da,
do that.
whatever you hear. It's like, what? Why did I hear? And then you start asking, like, what was that? You know what I mean? And then you're gonna be like, oh, okay. I think you're just like thinking that you're gonna hear an actual voice or something.
Yeah, maybe.
And that's
And
not it.
everybody's different. I feel like everybody's different. And even in like different times, like I feel like Kim is so gifted and Heather are so gifted at like visuals. Like they get these grand visuals.
Yeah,
And
Heather
yet like
gets
I
some
have
great
the
visuals.
they're amazing. And I get like a Christmas light. but but I feel like I have more like not that they don't, but I feel like for me, I hear dialogue. Like I actually like have conversations with them.
Yeah,
But I don't get the pictures. You know what I mean? Like so
yeah.
everybody is different and everybody's gifts are different. And it could be even at different times because like at the very beginning of our meditation, I was seeing a lot of visuals, not so much dialogue. I was seeing like a lot of pictures. I remember the Land Before Time picture came into my mind one time. Like Kim took us someplace and she's like, where are you? This beautiful place. Where is it? And I thought
Oh,
of the
that's
Land Before
right.
Time.
And you were in the
Yeah.
forest with the land before time. I remember that.
Yes.
I remember
So
that.
yeah,
Wow.
continue just to open up and just ask your guides to help you see, hear, feel, whatever they need you to feel. Like, and also like maybe just ask them, can you give me confirmation that it's not just me talking to myself, or like, is that, because I believe like the higher self does like lead a lot of this for me. You know what I mean? But, like maybe ask for confirmation
I
or a
started
sign.
asking for quarters, like Tammy Griffiths, and I started getting quarters. I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is so cool. Yesterday, after my employee's car got stolen, my employee had her car stolen. She left her purse on the counter. The girl came in, stole her purse, went and found her Beamer, stole her Beamer. But the
Mm.
point was, I had closed last night. She opened. We had no customer. She had one customer before her purse got stolen and all that shit went down. So we had to shut the store down for 2 hours while the cops were there. We're trying to figure stuff out. After all that happened, I found 2 dimes and a quarter. I had swept the
Mm.
floor the day before. They were not there.
That's cool.
And then after all that shit went down, there were no customers. Where did the change come from? And one was behind the counter. I was like, oh, thanks, guys. And that was just them saying, hey, that was a little chaotic. It's all going to be good. Do you know what I mean? It was 2 dimes and a quarter. So even things like that, I don't know why they were like, tell her to ask for quarters. So Melinda, start asking for quarters because that's why they were saying that. And then see if you start getting quarters. I think
And
you'll
I
like it.
don't know, like, yeah, and you know what my guides do? They always come through in songs. So like yesterday I got in my car and I was talking to my mother-in-law who has just recently passed, and I was like, I know you're my newest angel. I was like, and I am going to depend on you. I love you. Thank you for being here for me. And on the radio, my phone was dead, so I couldn't hook up to Apple CarPlay. But so I was just on the regular radio, and the song immediately after my prayer to my mother-in-law was "Here Comes the Sun."
I
I
love that song.
know.
Little darling, here comes
Yes.
the sun. I
And
love
I
that
just
song.
was laughing,
Yes.
crying. I
Oh,
was like, "Thank you." That
yes.
was so freaking cool.
I love
Yeah.
that. I get a lot
Mhm.
of music too. But
So
yeah,
Mhm.
fun.
Melinda, you're just getting started. You're just getting started. Yeah.
I want to say I feel like I definitely am just getting started too, and I can relate with some of what Melinda's saying because I've always felt like I had some type of intuition, but I didn't know exactly what that meant. What does that feel like? What does that look like or sound like? And one of the things that I've become very cognizant of is just paying attention and being aware. And when I'm feeling some despair or I'm really lonely and I'm meditating and I'm feeling like, oh my gosh, when is this going to end? This suffering or this worry and all of that. And I've noticed seeing the number 19 a lot of places, whether it's I look at the clock and it just happens to be 6:19, or I see the number 19 somewhere and that is my birth date. And it has always been what I called my lucky number. Like when I played softball, that was my number. And whether it really is or it isn't a quote sign, I choose to believe that is the universe, that's God, that's my ancestors, that's them saying, we see you, we're here, we love you. And every time I see that number 19 come up anywhere, I just say, oh, thank you, love. I love you too.
Yes.
And so, and the other thing, I'm also really just trying to get better attuned to like you ladies and other presences, people that I know are placed in my life for a reason, though I may not know the reason. I just have to have faith in that. And today's meditation, like Kim, when you were saying, picture yourself on the beach. Is it sunrise, sunset? Are there people around you? What are you feeling? And I was sitting there and it was sunset and there was no one around. The beach was quiet. It was just me, but I didn't feel lonely. Like
Yep.
I've been going through a dark period. I've had a lot of stuff going on and I felt a lot of loneliness, but I did not feel lonely sitting there. And it was interesting that it was sunset because that was something that my gram that I was super close to that had passed. That was one thing as she was dying in going through chemo, she told me, when you feel lost or when you feel alone, you look at that sunset and you know that I'm there with you.
Ah.
So the fact that that was somewhat of the prompt and that's what came through. And then you had said in the meditation, we've all here, all 10 of us on the live, sorry about you people on the playback, but we've all gone through shit. Like we're here right now together and we've all suffered. The rock that would have crushed the ant were the ants that are carrying it. And that was the exact confirmation and comfort that I needed to hear. That like, yeah, girl, I see you. You've gone through a lot and you've overcome and you will continue to.
Yes.
So thank you.
No, and they showed me that. They were like, think about it. And it's funny because they were like I said, I heard they were like, every single person that's on this right now in this live has been through shit. Like some deep, I'm not talking just like normal, like we've all been through some stuff that would have killed or crushed other people. Do you know what I mean? So they wanted to acknowledge that. And I'm glad, Heather, because yeah, they absolutely were like, acknowledge that. And we don't acknowledge that a lot of times, you know what I mean? Or we just think about it, but we don't think about what we've actually done and accomplished that a lot of people couldn't have, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And we need reminded of that sometimes, because I believe that we are warriors and some people have messy stuff and some people have true trauma, but have overcome and learned from it or continue to suffer, but in that suffering are able to help others. And sometimes it's easy to get lost and caught up on well, why me? Or, well, how come it's easier for other people? Because there are people that live charmed lives for whatever reason. There are people that don't seem to really face struggle. And then there are some that just, man.
Okay, but can I tell you something? That's a lie. Those people, what you don't see and what I see, those people that seem that they have charmed lives, that's a lie. They may front like they got charmed lives, but let me tell you what's happening deep down inside. They hold a lot of things. I want my house to be perfect. I want my marriage to be perfect. I want my kids to be perfect. I'm just going to hold it all inside. I'm not going to let anybody know that I'm sweating. They hold that illness inside. You think they don't watch, Heather, how many of those people, and I'm not wishing this on them, when they get older, disease, cancer. Oh my God, she never drank. She never smoked. She was the nicest person in the world. How did she get cancer? Because she held everything inside. She made everything perfect. My life is great. I don't get angry. That's all a lie, Heather. Nobody has a charmed, perfect life down here. Nobody.
Mhm.
And if you tell me that you are, you're lying to my face, because I can see your energy. I can see the skeletons in your closet. I see skeletons in everybody's closet. They can't hide them from me. I'm intuitive. So the people that are making you think that they don't have any problems and their life is charmed, bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on it right now. That's a lie. And I'm saying that with absolute certainty. The happiest people in the world. There may be some people that are the happiest people in the world. I'm one of the happiest people. I have marriage problems. I still got shit that goes. It's life. Do you know what I mean? So anybody who's saying that there are some people that move with the ocean waves a little bit better, like the ones that are grounded, right? Like life happens, but life is not perfect. And anybody who tells you that it is, I'm sorry, they are lying. Liar, pants on fire.
Right. Well,
Just-
and I don't even mean like what they are showing, or even, when people say like a highlight reel, just
Yeah.
people that aren't I guess I should put it more this way, maybe don't have to face adversity or struggles to the same degree, maybe. I don't know.
But
some people, and
I get
maybe
what
it's
you're
just
saying.
this lifetime or just this dimension.
Yes.
Or I'm
Yes.
not sure.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. That I get what you're saying. That's what you have to, you know why? Because they didn't choose that experience. We don't know in the last life. They probably were, had a really hard life. And they were like, you know what, on the next one, I want to experience something a little bit lighter. That last one was a little rough. Let's make it a little bit lighter. Do you know what I mean?
Well, let's make this public. I want my next time to be the lightest fucking light I can have. If happiness is a choice, which I personally don't believe, because I choose happiness, but it just doesn't come sometimes. I'm choosing. I'm on public record right now. Make me happy.
3D Heather wants happiness, and you can choose that happiness. Do you know what I mean? Like, you absolutely can. Like, let's just be honest. Like, I finally made a TikTok mentioning my sister, which I haven't done because I couldn't without hate or anger behind it. Do you know what I mean? Things happen. But like you said, like, it's how you react to it, Heather. And that's what I mean. Like, in this life, it's you pushing past that things are chaotic. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you can see things like, okay, this is the situation. Don't say that it's bad. Don't say that it's crazy. Don't say that it's chaotic. Like, my sister and I, my only sister, my only sibling, we don't talk. Our kids are suffering. They want to play. They want to be with their cousins. They want to spend time together, and we can't. If I look at it like this horrible thing, I'm defining and choosing how this is going. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know if I'm describing this right. Like, whatever she's going through, I can sit here and choose to be like, this is fucked up. She's fucked up. How can she be ripping our family apart like this? Doesn't she see what she's doing? How can she be so selfish? Why can't she let that go? That's where I used to vibrate. now I'm like, okay, good luck. You know what I mean? So I don't think of it as a
Right.
horrible thing. I like if other like
Right.
it's so funny how many people are like, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, you and your sister don't. And I'm like, sorry, why? Why are you sorry? I'm at peace. I'm fucking happy. I have joy without her in my life. She does nothing but judge me, put me down, correct me. I'm like, I have 2 parents that are still alive. I don't need a third one. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's that whole perception, that dimension. But you're shifting there, Heather. And I'm so glad that you started joining these lives and that you talk and share, because that really, you getting this out and shifting, this year is gonna be explosive for you. You're totally gonna shift this year. I feel
Well,
it.
thank you all for the opportunity, and yeah, I'm grateful. Thank you.
No, it's you. And that's why I tell people, you're the one that's showing up. You know what I mean? You're the one that's doing this. You're the one that's like, I want to feel peace. So you're doing all the things to get there, and you'll get it. Promise you, you will. Do you know what I mean? Look at Wom, busted her fucking head. She didn't even flinch.
Literally, I did not. I just kept doing what I was doing.
Yeah.
And if, like Ken said, if you knew, like I asked her, like, how do I do this? Why am I so angry? Why do I react to everything? And I reacted to every little thing. My shirt could have got caught in the door handle walking by, and I probably would have 2-pieced the door, you know,
Yeah.
just because I was so like, why does this keep happening to me?
Yep.
And yeah, I didn't even flinch. And I tried putting makeup on this thing yesterday, and I'm just like, you know what? Boop, let's wipe it off. I'm just walking around with it because I
Walking
don't
around with
care.
the egg, yeah.
Don't care. And then when people ask me what happened, I was being mean to others in my family, and my guide said, "Boop, not today.
Not today. Not
You're not
today,
doing
Mom.
that today." And I
Knock
said,
it
"You're right,
off.
I'm not." Humbled me real quick because I'm not getting another goose egg.
He said, knock it off. You're done. Heather, I saw a veil of sadness covering your house. And I'm like, what the fuck? Because we cleared the house. I'm going to show you something, Heather. We'll talk after that I think you should do. So we'll get off on this. Oh my gosh, guys, it's 7:00. This is fucking crazy. I'm like, we just chit-chatted for an hour. I love it.
It's like
I
the
love
best therapy ever.
Yes, it really is. It really
Spiritual
is.
growth
And
and therapy.
yeah, you can't. This is seriously like the best therapy ever. But I love you guys so much, and I will see you mañana.
I love you.
Bye, everybody.
Love
Have a
you
great
guys.
day.
Yeah.